Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is why you missed what you never had. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So let's think about it. The narcissistic relationship, it is over. You are on the healing path, or you have healed. You're moving forward. You're beginning your best version of yourself, which is the third version of yourself. You're entering your life. Now, going back in time, when you were in the narcissistic relationship, let's be real, you did things you never thought you would do. You said things you never thought you would say. You tolerated behaviors from people, i.e. the narcissist, that you never thought you would tolerate. Why? Because you were in the narcissistic fog. And this was a period of time where you entered post-love bomb / euphoric stage. Remember, the narcissist ensnares you in their web of lies, deceit, and destruction via the love bomb or euphoric stage many times. And then once they have you right where they want you, in other words, perhaps they have you fall in love with them, or you go into a business with them, or you move and relocate where you're isolated, things like that, that's when they know they have you, and that's when the devaluation stage will begin. And then after that, which, by the way, the devaluation stage is when you are in the narcissistic fog, which is bizarro world. What is left is right, what is up is down, what is in is out. Nothing makes sense because you are now ensnared in the narcissistic relationship. Having said all those things, when the relationship ends, perhaps you were discarded or you entered it on your own, you now exited or began to exit the narcissistic fog. And this is when you get your energy back. This is when your energy returns slowly, but it does. And how it returns to you is because in very simple terms, the more you are around the narcissist, meaning physical proximity or in contact with them with texting or phone calls, the more your energy gets drained from you. Remember, the narcissist is an energy vampire. They want to steal your resources, which does include your energy. Now, having said that, many times post-narcissistic relationship individuals, i.e. you may be thinking to yourself, wow, I really miss this person. What's going on? I don't get it. Like, what's going on? Well, number one, that's the trauma bond. You were ensnared in the trauma bond, and my hope is you've broken that by now, and you are understanding exactly what narcissism is and how it affected you for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship. And even post-relationship, you still have a mountain of work to do. But getting back on track, why you missed what you never had, it's because throughout the relationship, you experienced so much toxicity, so much manipulation, so many games of smoke and mirrors. You were doing things you never thought you would do. Let's take a small example. Well, maybe a big example. Perhaps you were financially abused. Let's go down that rabbit hole for a minute. Let's say that you had some resources, some financial resources, and you did not have any credit card debt. Your bills were they were all paid and things were looking good, and you were going through life in a great way. Along comes the narcissist. They see that you have resources. They see that you have things to offer. Next thing you know, you're up to your eyeballs in credit card debt, and you can't pay bills. You're living paycheck to paycheck, your mortgage, all these kind of things. What happened there? You did something you never thought you would do, which is experience financial abuse at the hands of the narcissist. They knew this. That's what they're doing right now with other individuals, unsuspecting people who don't have the wisdom, who aren't getting educated on the narcissistic abusive cycle. However, missing what you never had, did you ever have a trusting, loving relationship? Could you ever just be, in other words, just be present with this individual, whoever you're thinking about right now, the narcissist? Could you just be and relax and have an intelligent conversation? Could you ever have the smartphone come secondary to you? In other words, was this individual on one of their 3 smartphones and they treated their smartphones better than they treated you? Did you ever encounter them on apps, dating apps, or apps getting supply and or communicating with alleged friends that you question? You're like, who are these people? I don't know these people. I've never met them. What's going on? But yet there you are again, putting up with their poor behavior. You're tolerating their behavior. These are all ways the narcissist breaks down your boundaries, if you even had any in the beginning. This is the way the narcissist keeps you in the narcissistic fog. They keep you with your head spinning. You're not sure. Did I do that? Was I there? I don't know. Is this my fault? Should I be doing more? I don't know. That's called the narcissistic fog. How about this? Gaslighting. Were you gaslit many times? In other words, you were being told a false version of the past. In other words, like, did we go to vacation in Hawaii? No, we went to Mexico. No, we're in Hawaii. No, we're in Mexico. What is it? You get my point. I hope you follow these things, because at the hands of the narcissist, in their bag, their arsenal of tricks, manipulation, lies, destruction, and devastation, they use so many narcissistic terms to ensnare you and keep you in the narcissistic fog. But this thumbnail, this video, is why you missed what you never had, because you never had authenticity. You never had genuine love. You never had affection. You never had empathy. These are all things that the narcissist and or a healthy individual, these are all things that a healthier individual would supply for you. They would give them to you. They would give you love. They would do things out of the kindness of their heart. They would do things without expectation. They would do things in a non-transactional way. Another thing, the narcissist, everything to them is a transaction. In other words, it's like they exchange XYZ for your ABC, and they always need to win the exchange. They need to get the better of the deal. That's why so many times on channel I mentioned, if you did divorce the narcissist, or you are going through the divorce with the narcissist, you know what it's like. It is a very challenging time, let's put it that way, because the narcissist feels that they are entitled to more of your assets than you are. It's exactly how it works, because the narcissist, everything's a transaction. And again, missing what you ever had. Did you ever have just serenity and calmness and peace? Could you ever just be? Let's go to vacations or birthdays or special events. How did those go for you? Were they welcoming and inviting and peaceful, and did you have a great time? I'm sure you did to a degree, but if you really dig in the back of your mind, I'm also certain that you experienced rage fits, or many of these events and or vacations were blown up. Why? Because that's what the narcissist does. The narcissist needs to disrupt your environment, your time, your vacation, your barbecues, your birthdays, all these things, which is another thing. Let's say you had a special birthday. Say you celebrated a very big milestone, whatever number that is. Was it actually celebrated properly? Or was that disrupted? And perhaps you didn't celebrate the way you wanted to, because in fact the narcissist was trying to diminish you and keep you in the narcissistic fog and devalue you. So missing what you never had the healthier parts of a stable relationship. You didn't have trust. You didn't have honesty. You certainly did not have respect. You did not have healthy boundaries in place. You did not have accountability. You did not have the other individual, i.e. the narcissist. They couldn't even introspect. They couldn't say they were sorry, they were wrong, they apologized, they will do better, they want to learn. If you really dig deep into your relationship, say it's a boss. Did the boss ever pull you in the office or call you, hey, come on in the office, let's talk for a minute. I want to let you know you did a fantastic job. I'm very proud of you. Good work. We're going to give you a raise, even though you didn't even ask for it, expect it. We're going to give you that corner office, and great job. Thank you. I appreciate that. No. What did the workplace bully / narcissist do? Most likely they took your work and put their name on it, and they got the promotion, the raise, or the trip to Tahiti while you were working weekends or holidays, and you were thinking that you were going to benefit from the great performance you had over the past year. But the truth of the matter is that was future faking. That was the dangling carrot. That was the moving goalposts. And what most likely happened is you went into that boss's office and said, hey, boss, how are you? You know, can I get the pay raise that you promised me last year? And he's like, he or she is like, what are you talking about? That conversation never happened. Gaslighting. What do you mean? Is it in writing? I don't recall that conversation. Things like that. So missing what you never had, it's all throughout the narcissistic relationship. But post-narcissistic relationship, many times after people get out of the trauma bond, after people understand what narcissism is, and they couple their experiences with the terms, the glossary, the definitions in the narcissistic abusive cycle, they understand that at the core, at the base of the relationship, it was hollow. It was a house of cards. It was built on quicksand. There was no sustainability. Why? Because you, the person watching the video, and again, thank you very much for being here, you were the only person putting work in. You were the person who was building up the relationship, who was planning, who was doing things, who was the person that got things done. Let's put it that way. Perhaps you cooked, you cleaned, you were the driver, you paid the bills, you planned vacations, you made all the social networking friends. In other words, you did all of the work for the narcissist so they could sit back and reap the benefits or the rewards of your hard work or of your lifestyle or of what you provided. But do you really miss that? For a period of time, you do. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you do, because you're still caught up in that relationship, because the toxicity, the whirlwind relationship that you were in, and it's hard for you to wrap your head around that an individual could be like this, but they can. And they're called toxic individuals, i.e. the narcissist. They're everywhere. Point being, again, Why you missed what you never had? Because this relationship was built on an illusion. It was built on you mirroring, the narcissist mirroring back you to yourself, what you wanted to see in an individual. It's exactly how it was. And guess what the narcissist is doing right now? And I'm not trying to trigger you. They're doing the same thing. They're mirroring back another individual's expectations, hopes, dreams, aspirations, and goals to that individual until that person gets discarded or figures it out and ends it, or perhaps they stay trapped in the narcissistic fog. Every narcissistic relationship explodes, implodes, blows up. They all have an expiration date. It's just a matter of time when you get the wisdom. Did you figure it out on your own? Did you have to go to Google and type in, this person won't talk to me, or sitting right next to somebody and not being spoken to, i.e. the silent treatment? Did you go to YouTube and discover my channel or somebody else's, and you're like, oh my gosh, this exists? It does exist. It's real. It's 100% real. It's all around you. Again, I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm letting you know education is empowerment. And once you come through the narcissistic abusive cycle and rise to the ashes like a phoenix and enter the third version of you, this is your superpower. It sincerely is. You can't be taught this in school. Either you experience it and you come through it, or you stay in the relationship, and heaven forbid that's not what happens. Or my hope is eventually is that you never even had to go through a relationship, and if that's you and you're on the channel, God bless you. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are on the planet. You are not alone. Continue to move forward each and every day. Remember, growth, education, abundance, beauty, courage, strength, commitment, determination, fortitude, resilience, that is you. And to close the video out, why you missed what you never had? Because it was an illusion. The whole relationship was an illusion. Did it happen? Yes. Was it authentic on your part? Absolutely. Was it authentic on the other person, i.e. the narcissist part? No. They just wanted to manipulate, take from you, take and take again. And when they're done, what did they want to do? That's right, they wanted to take again. And that's what they're doing, unfortunately, to another unsuspecting individual who does not have the wisdom. So guys, I love you. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. And I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, you guys.